Hey everybody. Today we are working on a 1967 Ford Ranch Wagon, which finding parts for a ranch wagon has been a chore. But the reason the car came here is, you know, we're a master power brakes installer. We do all our kits. And the customer brought us this car. It had been in another shop to get four-wheel disc. Look, new, shiny, new.
Very nice.
Yeah, four-wheel disc all the way around. And they'd installed new master cylinder, power brakes, but they'd installed the metering valve, which this comes from master power brakes. They'll send you in the kit because they, you know, if you buy it online, they don't know whether you're leaving the drums on the rear or disc. You know, they'll send you the whole kit. Well, someone thought it was a good idea to install this. So the rear brakes didn't work. You can tell by the grass in the tires. We even took it out in the yard and stomped the brake pedal. It would slide the front wheels, but not the back. In gravel or grass, you didn't have enough brake pressure to even slide the wheels. So,
not a good situation.
Yeah, not a good situation. Customer complained about his brakes the whole time he's gotten it back. So, first thing we did, remove this. And we did call Master Power Brakes just to confirm we were in the right. And yes, on a disc-to-disc application, this should not be used. So, if you get this in your kit, just set it on the shelf and use it for something else. Don't put it on a car with four-wheel disc. Now, if you have disc in the front and drums in the back, by all means, install this. So, if you look under the engine bay, they have it dressed up pretty good. It looks nice, and it starts and runs every time, so we just had to rebend the brake lines where they had them bent to fit around here. We ran new lines, and then the customer complained that they said the rear bushings were wore out in the car, that there was a lot of play. So let me raise the car up. Okay, we got it raised up in the air. And these are the rear bushings. If you look right where I've got the flashlight, that's the upper link bar. Has the new bushings in it. And the lower link bars. The lower link bars, everyone had the bushings. No problems finding them. The upper link bar, the upper bushings, they were a little tired. Big 50-some years, they'd had a rough life. But when you look up a 1967 Ranch Wagon, Galaxy, whatever Ford you want to look up, they call for a K8136, which is a Moog part number. Okay. See the diameter of that one? Evidently, this car has an upper link from a 65 to a 66. So we can only guess that it was late 66 or very early 67 when it went down the assembly line. I haven't looked at the VIN number to see. But the car is titled as a 67. Everything else is fit for a 67. But we ran into this. So, the part number for the smaller one is K8134, which nobody had. Moog stopped making them a long time ago. Let's face it, for only 2 model years, people buying those parts stopped a long time ago. And the TRW, not TRD, TRD is Toyota. The TRW number was 12285.
I can't remember.
Hang on. Hold that thought. I wrote it down. 12,284.
Oh, you were only off by one.
Yeah. 12,284 is the correct TRW number. And the crazy part is rareparts.com, which managed to find other bushings, didn't have any. They said they had sold every one they had. So they gave me the number for Cantor. Maybe I'm saying it right. Cantor?
Cantor, yes.
Cantor. I'll put it on the screen. They had 11 of the TRWs still in the box, sitting on the shelf.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, they are a Packard dealer, or were a Packard. They got bought out. But anyway, don't ask me why Packards had that size bushing, but they had them. We got 2 new ones, and they were very expensive. If you're the last guy in the nation that's got 7 of them, you can ask whatever price you want for them. So now we're waiting on the track bar bushings, which I have a tracking number. FedEx is supposed to be, and there were 2 diameters of these, okay?
Of course.
So if you're working on one of these cars, these are either 1.141 or 1.220. This bar happened to be the 220 bushings, and we were able to, from rareparts.com, we were able to find the bushings we needed. Now they're from California, so they take a couple days shipping. So we've got them coming. They should be here tomorrow.
Yay.
Yes. And we have went through 2 sets of shocks trying to get them to fit, because the customer wanted me to take off the air shocks. So we removed the air shocks, but then the first shocks we bought didn't come with the studs.
Lights.
The studs are the incorrect size, so we had to buy KYBs that come with the correct size stud to use for the shock. So it's always something. There's always something you have to change. So, and we had to change a rear wheel seal. We had to pull this axle out of the car and change the wheel seal inside the tube. It didn't look like, when we pulled it out, the seal didn't look like it had been driven in all the way. Like it was kind of
Like cockeyed.
Yeah, that not driven in, because there's an inner flange. If you ever had a Ford 9-inch apart, there's an inner flange that the seal drives up against. Someone had left it here about like this, and I'm thinking that's what the leak was. Anyway, that's what we think the leak was. The axle doesn't look damaged, so we don't think it's the axle leaking. But we'll find out when we start driving the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, to get these arms out, we had to take the exhaust off. Well, this bolt almost fit out, but we had to take the emergency brakes and the bolts out. Yeah. And here's another cool feature for a C4. If anybody's a C4 transmission fan, which there may not be many of you, come this way, my dear. See the giant puddles in the floor here?
Oh, yes, I do.
Look at the reverse band. The adjuster screw for the reverse band. Look at the fluid leaking out.
Yes.
And the bad part is we haven't driven the car in days, but yet it continues to leak. So yeah, we're going to have to take that nut off and
Try
to fix that, because it's just profusely leaking.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, it's running down the pan. It's running down everything. But yeah, that's,
Gosh, I
awesome.
think it's even back here.
Oh, well, that's where the wind blows it. When the car's driving, the wind is going to blow it. So the car's not going to rust underneath here for quite a while, just for the leak.
But all in all, this is a really cool
Oh, it
car.
is a cool car. I like it.
In my mind, it's like it'd be perfect for a power tour.
Oh, it would be. It'd be a great power tour car.
It would. But I'm really thinking all these upgrades you've made are gonna make a big improvement,
Yes.
especially on the braking part.
Yes, I would say the brakes are going to be a huge difference. The rear end bushings, the lower ones, weren't that bad, so I don't know if they're going to feel a big difference. But the uppers, and it's only a 3-link in the car. I don't know if everybody noticed that. 1 lower link, 2 lower links, and just 1 upper. It's not a triangulated 4-link system. It's just 3-link in the car. So that's different.
Definitely.
For those of you that have not seen that before. But yeah, we'll get the shoulder stud out of that, get the shocks installed on both sides, and get this down off the lift. And we'll show you. Hopefully we'll have the parts and we'll show you this car done.
Yeah, sounds good.
So y'all hang on. Hey everybody, we are doing a test drive on the 67 Ranch Wagon here, and we're gonna see if everything we did makes a difference. And we put 1.5 quarts of transmission fluid in it, so she seems to shift better already.
Definitely.
But driver said that with the air shocks there would be a little bit of vibration at certain speeds, so we're gonna take it out, cruise a little bit here, and see if we get any shakes, shimmies. I feel like we've made a difference on the brakes.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we've made those better.
Definitely. Well, I didn't ride in it before. You'll have to tell me. Was it bad?
Well, it was just kind of sluggish on the brakes.
Gotcha.
You could tell it was attempting the brakes, but it was just more of a suggestion. It wasn't really you had to stop, it was just a suggestion.
That you might stop?
Yeah, that you wanted to stop is what it was.
That usually doesn't work out good.
Yeah, well, if you plan ahead, it works out fine.
Which way are you going?
I'm going this way.
Okay. Yeah?
Yeah, no vibration. I mean, see? Seems to be smooth as she can be.
Look, some of the leaves are turning.
Yeah.
You're not going to feed her the beans?
I don't think this one's got a lot of beans to feed.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're more lima beans than they're not spicy baked beans. They're more of lima beans. Your mom put them on your plate and made you eat them. You know. No, I'm just kidding. It's a really good. It really rides nice.
I was gonna say
This is a really good cruising car, and I mean, let's face it, if it was 600 horsepower, it would probably take away from the fact that it's a really good cruiser. So
I've said it from the beginning since this came to the shop. It would be such a nice power tour ride. I mean, look at all that space.
yeah.
Endless possibilities there.
And now it's gonna rain on us.
Oh no.
Yeah. We bring your car out of the door, and now it's going to rain.
Of course.
Not that this one's not patinaed and going to matter anyway, but I would call this a success.
Yes, I would definitely call this a success. I think the customer is going to be really happy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cruiser.
Yes. We'll turn around here.
Okay.
Oh, the rain's getting harder. And I have no idea if the wipers work.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the rain's coming. I can see it. Ooh, car. Let's not pull out in front of the car.
No.
My insurance covers a lot. Probably doesn't cover stupidity.
No. Well, back to the shop we go, but
I'm feeding her the beans. Not bad.
no.
I mean, like I say, it's a great cruiser. Car drives great. It drives like every other 1960s boat. You know, it doesn't drive like a modern car. It drives like a 1960s car, you know. But it is a really great cruiser.
Definitely.
And if it probably wasn't a Ford, we'd probably own it. But
I was about to say, are you gonna break all rules and
nah,
you can't do it?
can't do it. I can work on them, but I'm not going to own it.
I understand. Well,
I didn't know they lived there. Did you?
no.
Huh. That's a small world. I thought they lived in Covington. Alrighty.
Learn something.
Learn something new every day. Okay. Well, how we end every one of our videos. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for today.